A close race in one of Madison's most recognizable neighborhoods just wrapped up. It'll bring new leadership to the Dane County Board. Colin Barushok beat Adrian Lampron in a special election for a county board seat in District 1. Renee Aldana has you covered on what's next for the district.
I'm out here on State Street, one of the most well-known parts of District 1, which now has new representation on the Dane County Board. I spoke with a man stepping into that role.
The race was close, and so it wasn't obvious until all of the wards came in, and I obviously was thrilled to have the trust of so many of my neighbors.
Colin Barushok won the race in District 1. He's the vice chair of Madison's Alcohol License Review Committee and has been on the committee for 2 years. He believes this gave voters confidence in his work.
I think they appreciated my experience working at the city level, on the Alcohol License Review Committee and the state level, and having experience with multiple levels of government.
Barushok says he plans to tackle housing instability by proposing civil legal aid.
More access to lawyers who can help them determine if the eviction notice that they're getting is legitimately served.
He is also supported by several immigration attorneys.
I will leverage my connections with them to help my neighbors find the resources they need. And then I'll make sure that we're not using local resources to help out rogue federal agents enact the president's unconstitutional agenda.
Barushok beat Adrian Lampron for the board seat. Lampron accepted the results, releasing a statement that says, "I wish Colin well as he takes on this role, and I remain committed to fighting for affordable housing, stronger public services, and a county government that truly reflects the voices of all its residents." Barushok plans on using his Capitol ties and his city committee role to get to work. He'll serve until April of next year when the seat is up for re-election. Reporting in Madison, I'm Renee Aldana.
A judge decided to delay the federal trial for Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. Dugan is accused of helping an undocumented immigrant evade immigration officials at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Her trial was scheduled to start July 21st. According to our Milwaukee affiliate, the judge overseeing the case wants to settle an important matter first, the defense's motion to dismiss the case. The next hearing is set for July 9th. Karen Reed was acquitted of second-degree murder in retrial. She was accused of drunkenly hitting her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, and leaving him to die in 2022. She was found not guilty of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death, but was convicted of drunk driving. She was sentenced to a year of probation and no jail time. President Donald Trump convened his top national security officials for the second time in 2 days, with tensions increasing between Israel and Iran. In recent days, Trump has hinted at greater American involvement. ABC's Zoreen Shah has you covered on the major decision the president is weighing.
Tonight, sources familiar with classified assessments tell ABC News that President Trump is growing more comfortable with the idea of ordering a military strike on Iran's Fordo nuclear facility, a site dug nearly 300 feet into a mountainside. The president gathering his national security team twice in the last day. ABC News has learned the president has reviewed detailed strike options, telling senior advisors he supports the planning, but has not yet made the call.
I may do it, I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble.
This comes as Israel steps up its military campaign. The Israeli Defense Forces claiming responsibility for striking over 60 Iranian targets, including suspected nuclear research centers and weapons factories. President Trump has demanded Iran's unconditional surrender, but Iran's supreme leader is not backing down. The Ayatollah saying, surrender to what? The Iranian nation cannot be surrendered. We will not accept any kind of submission. He warned the U.S. would suffer irreparable consequences if it intervenes militarily. Warning sirens blaring across Israel again tonight as missiles were seen over the skies of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Anti-war protesters gathering outside the White House tonight.
My supporters are for me. My supporters are America first. They make America great again. My supporters don't want to see Iran have a nuclear weapon.
Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A freed Israeli-American hostage is on his way back to the United States. Sidon Alexander joined an American repatriation flight carrying diplomats and their family members. Hamas abducted Alexander in October of 2023. He was serving in the Israeli military near the Gaza border at the time. Alexander was freed last month after days of talks between Hamas and the U.S. The Federal Reserve chose to keep rates steady today. We've got you covered on what that's going to mean for your wallet. Plus, a big recall of Honda and Acura cars and SUVs, the problem that's popped up in the vehicles and the models involved.
And we're still tracking those scattered showers across the region this evening. I'll let you know exactly how long this rain's expected to last, and we'll talk about additional threats of potentially strong to severe storms, along with what may end up being our hottest weather in almost a year. That's all coming up.
Deep inside a cave, far from the watchful eyes of humans, lives a community of short, ugly, mysterious little creatures. They typically stay out of sight, but this summer, they're coming to the duck pond. Introducing the Mount Horeb Troll Bobblehead, brought to you by WKOW and the Madison Mallards.
You can get your very own Mount Horeb Troll Bobblehead Sunday, June 22nd. From the Madison Mallards and WKOW, we've got you covered.
Get your limited edition Mount Horeb Troll Bobblehead Sunday, June 22nd.
Still have hail damage on your car and don't know what to do about it? Call your locally owned Auto Color for honest advice and a free estimate. Visit Auto Color in Middleton on Parmenter Street or East Madison on Stoughton Road today. Remember Auto Color, your local hail damage repair experts.
At Muir Roofing Construction, 99% of our residential roofs are done in a day.
Attention homeowners, did your home suffer hail damage?
Call me, Jim Muir, for roofing, siding, and gutters. And remember, as always, we do it right at any height.
Are you tired of your home's outdated exterior? Want to boost your curb appeal? No one can save it like SprayNet. A 15-year no-pill warranty, and you'll save 75% of replacement costs. Let SprayNet revamp the exterior of your home in just 2 days. Make it effortless, make it efficient, make it stunning, make it SprayNet.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
For an attractive offer, visit these GMC dealers today.
Consider yourself invited to Broadhead, a community nestled right in the middle of everywhere. Grab yourself a bite to eat, or visit the shops in historic downtown for unique finds, primitives, antiques, and more. Broadhead, get away for the day.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. Pittsburgh's premier interior paint is a paint and primer in one that provides excellent all-around performance with an easy-to-clean, durable finish. Get a gallon starting at $21.97 after rebate. Give your walls the best finish with Paramount. It provides the most advanced protection, excellent scrubbability, and true one-coat coverage. Pick up a gallon today, starting at $39.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Having an old broken down fence isn't just unsightly, it could be unsafe, leading to your pets or kids escaping. And having no fence can mean having no privacy. If you've wanted a new fence and have been waiting for the right time, now's the best time. At Revamp, our fences are not only affordable, but they also outlast wood 3-to-1 and are virtually maintenance free. And all of our fences are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Right now we're running our 60-60-60 sale, meaning you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no interest financing. Call the number below to see if your zip code qualifies.
Live from the WKOW studios in Madison, you're watching 27 News. We've got you covered.
Welcome back. The Federal Reserve today decided to hold interest rates steady. That comes even as President Donald Trump took aim at the independent central bank. CNN's Karen Kafa has you covered on what this means for your money.
The Federal Reserve continuing their cautious approach to interest rates.
We believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments.
The announcement just hours after President Donald Trump called Fed Chairman Jerome Powell stupid and criticized the independent central bank for its hesitation to cut rates.
Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? I do a much better job than these people.
Trump believes a rate cut would help borrowers save on interest and spur them to spend in other areas of the economy. But the Fed sees too much uncertainty, driven in part by Trump's tariffs, his spending bill, and the conflict in the Middle East. There's the potential for inflation to move higher.
with all the uncertainty about tariffs and what impact that might have in the months ahead, it's like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Greg McBride, chief financial analyst for Bankrate, says the steady U.S. labor market gives the Fed the luxury of time.
We want interest rates to come down because the inflation pressures are receding and the Fed can take the foot off the brake pedal a little bit. We don't want interest rates to come down because the economy is sputtering and it needs the stimulus of lower interest rates.
For the meantime, rates will stay elevated, meaning higher borrowing costs for consumers everywhere from credit cards to auto loans to mortgages. But McBride says the flip side is higher interest earnings on savings accounts. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
More than 250,000 Honda and Acura vehicles are being recalled because of an issue with the brake pedal. The brake pedal pivot pin may not be secured, potentially causing the pedal to shift out of position, making it hard for drivers to slow or stop the vehicle. The recall includes the Acura TLX model years 2021 to 2025, the Acura MDX 2023 to 2025, and the Honda Pilot 2023 to 2025. Dealers will repair it for free. Social Security will not be able to fully pay out monthly benefits in less than 10 years if Congress doesn't take action. That's according to an annual report released today by the agency's trustees. It finds the combined Social Security trust funds are expected to run dry in 2034. Now, if that happens, revenue from payroll tax and other sources would only be able to cover 81% of benefits to recipients. Today, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved a new HIV prevention shot. The drug maker Gilead Sciences announced the twice-a-year injection to treat HIV can now be used to prevent infections from happening. In clinical trials, the drug reduced the risk of HIV infection by 96%. It'll be distributed under the brand name Yestugo. The company adds, based on insurance coverage, it could take up to 2 months for someone to get their first injections. A bill that could expand access to health care across the state is headed to the desk of Governor Tony Evers. The State Assembly and Senate passed the Advanced Practice Registered Nurse Modernization Act today. It allows nurses who qualify to practice independently in Wisconsin. This means they wouldn't need to collaborate with or be supervised by a doctor to perform some of their duties. Both chambers also passed a portable benefits bill. This measure would allow platforms like DoorDash to contribute to an account that eligible workers could use for benefits like health care or retirement. This bill also heads to the governor.
Now, 27 Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hoffman.
Well, scattered rainfall continues to come down across some parts of Wisconsin. Fortunately, the majority of us are indeed seeing drier weather, and that's going to continue to be the case as we head into the overnight hours into our Thursday. Pleasant weather on the way. Watching some of these areas of heavier rain still lingering across parts of Wisconsin, out towards New Chester, Mauston, out towards Richland Center, Soldiers Grove, some heavier rainfall there. This has really been the focus of the rain chances, though, however, over the last several hours. In fact, throughout the last 24 hours, I had to dive into the color table on our slide just to make sure I was getting the data correct. These dark purples from Clinton near I-43 up towards Elkhorn are an estimated 8, possibly in some data that I've seen, 10 inches of estimated rainfall over the last 24 hours alone. Significant localized flooding in those areas. Now, as of right now, just a flood advisory. We had flash flood warnings earlier with that system. The majority of our area, fortunately, only seeing about a ½ an inch on the high end of rain. That being said, moving forward, still some light rain showers a possibility. 64 degrees, your current temperature. That's down from 74 earlier on today. That was our high temperature. Moving back into the overnight hours early tomorrow morning, notice we're looking relatively drier, clearer in fact. We'll wake up to a morning low temperature right around 63 degrees in Madison. Pretty decent start to the day. Tomorrow, 64 degrees right around 7 o'clock in the morning. By 8, 66, 67 by 9, by 10 o'clock in the morning, right around 70 degrees or so. So pleasant weather throughout the morning hours, and we'll see that continue on throughout the evening into the afternoon as well. In fact, look at those northwesterly winds, a little less of that humidity, temperatures reaching back up into the mid to low 80s, some scattered rainfall off to the north of us. 83 your high temperature in Madison for tomorrow afternoon. Again, quite pleasant throughout the area tomorrow. 78 degrees around 6 o'clock dinner time, or about 76 degrees. So pleasant, clear, dry. The good news is, latest future track going into our Thursday evening, looking fairly quiet. And this was when I was talking about the likelihood being over the next 24 hours or so. Yes, showers and storms a possibility to our north. Here at home, I'm expecting dry conditions throughout your Thursday into your Friday. However, notice additional scattered showers, thunderstorms, and despite the lack of activity, the Storm Prediction Center placing parts of the region under 1 on the threat index for our Thursday. I'm not anticipating any severe weather threat for Thursday. Friday, there will be a threat of severe weather, but well to our north. Look at what's happening to the north of us. Showers, storms, the threat of severe weather underway Saturday morning. A 2 on the threat index, though again, I'm not anticipating any of that reaching southern Wisconsin. All eyes on Saturday and Sunday. Highs back in the 90s.
New tonight. In downtown Los Angeles, Trump's ordered 2,000 more National Guardsmen. We already have thousands of people here with nothing to do. They're called actors, okay?
With Charlie Day, Jeff Ross, and Pixies. New Kimmel tonight on ABC.
Epoxy concrete coatings are very solid, which is good for durability, but as concrete moves and settles over time, the epoxy can fail because it's not flexible and it can also peel and discolor. At TSR, our concrete coatings are not only far more durable than traditional epoxy, they're also very flexible and will not fade, peel, or discolor, all backed by a lifetime warranty and installed in as little as 1 day. We're currently running our 60-60-60 sale, meaning you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. Call the number below for your new floor today.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
This summer, will your house feel like you're sitting in a sauna? Chances are your home is poorly insulated. We can fix that. Our premium injection foam seals your home, locking in year-round comfort. Call to learn how you can save up to 50% or more.
USA Insulation.
Fleet Farm is the place to stock up on supplies for all your furry and feathered friends. Get a 40-pound bag of Sprout Mixed Bits cat food for just $25.99. Save $5 on all bags of Nutrisource dry dog food. And for you backyard birders, 20 pounds of KT Basic Blend bird food is now only $11.99. Count on your local Fleet Farm for the best prices guaranteed on all your feed, seed, and pet care needs. And find even more weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
Do you avoid getting your picture taken? Are you hiding in your clothes and missing out on life? Only Nuovo Tay has a non-invasive FDA-cleared device for breaking down cellulite and firming skin. Book your first sculpt treatment today for only $199. Nuovo Tay, what is your after?
Gunderson Funeral Home is known for over 100 years as a funeral home that can take care of families in this community.
We're locally owned and family run, and all of the decisions are made right here. Community is very important to us, so we're still totally involved here at home.
Live from the WKOW studios in Madison, you're watching 27 News. We've got you covered.
Former Packers cornerback Jair Alexander has found his new home. Good evening, I'm Carly Murata. Alexander signing a one-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens that is reportedly worth a max value of $6 million in 2025. That's according to Adam Schefter. Here is video of Alexander reuniting with his former Louisville teammate Lamar Jackson. And something to circle on your calendars and keep your eye on. The Packers host the Ravens December 27th at Lambeau Field during Week 17 of the regular season. Well, tonight's Brewers and Cubs game has been postponed due to the weather. The game will be played as part of a split doubleheader at Wrigley Field on August 18th, with the makeup game scheduled to begin at 1:20. In the NBA, the Indiana Pacers are on the brink of elimination as the Oklahoma City Thunder are one win away from winning the NBA championship. Tyrese Halliburton is questionable with a right calf strain that he suffered in Game 5. He said if this was the regular season, he would likely miss some time, but of course the stakes are higher.
I think I have to be as smart as I want to be. I have to understand the risks, ask the right questions. But I'm a competitor. I want to play. I'm gonna do everything in my power to play, and that's just what it is. But I mean, I think the answer to that is dependent on who you ask.
A massive shakeup for one of the league's most iconic franchises, the Los Angeles Lakers, are being sold. The Buss family has reportedly agreed to sell majority ownership of the team to Mark Walter, the CEO and chairman of diversified holding company TWG Global. The sale is for approximately $10 billion, which would be the largest sale of a professional sports franchise in the world. In the WNBA, a brawl between the Fever and Sun is breaking the internet. It started with this situation in the third quarter that resulted in Caitlin Clark, Marina Mabrey, and Tina Charles receiving technical fouls. Later on, Sophie Cunningham with the hard foul on JC Sheldon as she went up for that layup, and that got Cunningham ejected from the game. It ignited this scrum between both teams. Clark doing her best to stay out of it post-game.
I'm a passionate player, but at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's what it is, and my game's going to talk, and that's all that really matters, and I love this game, and I'm going to give it everything I have, so I think that's what competitors do. You just step right back up to the challenge.
And finally, teams trying to beat out the rain at Fox City Stadium for the WIAA State Baseball Tournament. In Division II, Reedsburg is back in the tournament for the first time since 2011, facing New Berlin Eisenhower. And the Beavers got off to a great start as Graham Pelton doubled to right center field to bring in the first run of the game. The Lions would then tie it up and load the bases in the fifth as New Berlin Eisenhower brings in 2 more runs. Reedsburg's season comes to an end as they fall 3-1. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
When your leaky, drafty windows won't last one more season, we're right next door.
For fiberglass windows that last up to 50 years and outperform wood and vinyl, we're right next door.
Visit nextwindow.com.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house, so someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Do you remember your first game day? Who did you sit with? Your parents? Your kids? Or maybe it was your best friend? Do you remember your first band show? Or the first time you felt Camp Randall roar? Do you remember your first wow moment? The first play that made you lose your voice? Or the first time you jumped around? Do you remember your first game day?
Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, why didn't you go to Woodman's?
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil.
Other stores promote a few items but charge more for everything else.
At Woodman's, you save big time money on your whole grocery bill. I even use the app to compare prices.
Oh my gosh, talk about receipt regret. Our work here is done.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Having a new deck not only increases the value of your home, but it also creates a valuable space for you and your family and good friends to create great memories for life. When it comes to decks, Revamp Companies is a solid choice. Our decks outlast wood 3-1, are virtually maintenance free, and are all backed by a lifetime warranty. And right now you can save 60% off the installation. Visit the website or call the number below for your new deck today.
Tired of the same old song? Call Gruber Law Offices and let us change the insurance company's tune.
Yes, yes.
meteorologist Dana Fulton, weekdays on Wake Up Wisconsin. Wisconsin weather. 1 minute it's sunny. The next, severe. Always be prepared for what Mother Nature throws your way. Download the 27 Storm Track weather app today. We track storms.
Later on Nightline, Karen Reed found not guilty of murdering boyfriend John O'Keefe.
While driving, get your 27 Storm Track forecast on 96.3 Star Country. Live from the WKOW studios in Madison, you're watching 27 News. We've got you covered.
Finally tonight, a young entrepreneur is off and running with his business career. 19-year-old Tanner Stokes broke ground yesterday on his car wash in Duluth, Minnesota. He started planning the $8 million project a year and a half ago with a business partner. Tanner's Express Car Wash is set to open in January. It's amazing, Cam.
19?
$8 million business.
I can't.
What were you doing
I was
at 19?
not doing much at 19. I know it was definitely.
You were studying hard, Cam.
That's absolutely what it was,
Yes.
Amber. 74 your high temperature in Madison. I tell you what, I studied that forecast yesterday. We nailed that 4-degree guarantee. 1242 in that pot. We go for a high temperature of 83 degrees tomorrow, Juneteenth, 83. 85 Friday, maybe a stray shower storm Friday, Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. Looking hot across the region. High temperatures back in the low 90s each day.
This is the game they all want to play. The WIAA State Baseball Championships. Watch every game live, Thursday, June 19th, starting at 9 on Catchy Comedy 27.2, sponsored by Rural Mutual Insurance Company.
When Arby's says euros, you say 2 for $7. Euros. 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 Louder. Arby's, we have the meat.
These days, there's a lot of talk about business in America. That's something that Honda knows all about, because most of the Honda vehicles sold in America are built in America using domestic and globally made parts. Honda's built over 31 million vehicles in the USA. Enough, if lined up end to end, would go from the Statue of Liberty to the Golden Gate Bridge and back over 13 times. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get Accord Hybrid with 2.99% APR financing. For details, see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer.
KSW Construction has been trusted by hundreds of clients over the past 20 years. You drive past our building projects every day. Transparent, reliable, and personal. With a focus on budget, quality, and timeline. Call KSW Construction for your next commercial project today.
Bring the whole family to Broadhead, South Central Wisconsin's nature escape on the Pearl Island Corridor and Sugar River Trails. Enjoy tranquil biking, walking, kayaking, and more. Only 5 minutes from historic downtown and the famous Decatur Dairy. Broadhead, right in the middle of everywhere.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Shop our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Right now, pick up this room darkening cordless aluminum blind for only $12.99 after rebate. Plus, get it trimmed to it for free in store. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long with a Pilonis air conditioner. They feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick up this portable air conditioner for just $177.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Were your leaves yellow or brown last summer? Eco Tree Company knows your trees and landscape add beauty, value, and happiness to your home and our neighborhoods. That's why we love your trees as much as you do. Contact Eco Tree Company today for a free consultation. We're excited to meet your trees.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet recently, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, Charlie Day, Jeff Ross, and music from Pixie. with Cleto and the Cletos. And now, Jimmy Kimmel.
They sold the Lakers today. You see, they sold the Lakers to the Dodgers today.
They did? I didn't
Yeah,
know
they
that.
did.
Wow.
Would I ever lie to you?
No, never.
Are you high right now?
No, not high.
We got a budding war between Israel and Iran. We got a war between Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson. The WNBA is trying to kill Caitlin Clark for reasons unknown. The Ayatollah is yelling at us again. It's not the time you'd want to be president of the United States. I mentioned last night Trump, who is the president, left the G7 conference a full day early. The other world leaders assumed he left to work on a ceasefire in the Middle East, but Trump denied that. He said it has nothing to do with a ceasefire, much bigger than that. And now, today, we know what it was he was working on. He posted this: "It is my great honor to announce that I will be putting up 2 beautiful flagpoles on both sides of the White House. It is a gift from me. These are the most magnificent poles made. They are tall, tapered, rust-proof, rope inside the pole, and of the highest quality. Hopefully they will proudly stand at both sides of the White House for many years to come." Wow. Tall, tapered, rust-proof flagpole. You know he must love him because it's the same way he describes his son, Barron. As promised, His Majesty was out on the White House lawn this morning, doing the important work of presiding over the planting of his magnificent poles. And to answer a question he has often asked himself about the White House, which is, why doesn't it have a flagpole from the grass?
I've always said, why doesn't it have a flagpole from the grass? They call it a flagpole from the grass. They have a little one on top, a very little one. This is about the largest you'll ever see. And it's tapered. It's a quality that you guys rarely get to even put up.
It's like when a young violin player gets to handle a Stradivarius. It's very rare. It's a great honor, and that's why he won't be paying you for your work. I think what happened was someone told Trump his poll numbers were bad, and he was like, well, then let's add 2 more polls.
If they were, they'll find out. They'll be checking you. You won't believe it. Your whole life will be destroyed because of this press conference. Watch, they'll destroy these people. I didn't want to tell them that before this stood up. They'll end up being, he's a so-and-so. This one is from you know where. Don't worry. I think you're going to be okay. I'll be right behind you. Far behind you. I'll be right behind you. Now look, we have to take care of our farmers.
Farmers? Is he under the impression they're growing these flagpoles? Because what a jerk. I like the idea that, first of all, he just assumes the workers might be undocumented because some of them aren't white, and then says they'll be checking you and destroying your lives. There is no they checking them. There is you checking them. You are the one rounding people up and destroying their lives, not the reporters. I mean, unless you changed your pronoun to they, and the correct word is I am destroying your lives. But I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your moment with the flagpole.
So I just want to wish you a lot of luck with the new flagpole. We have 2 of them. Anyway, let's have a good, they call it a lifting. They also use another word, but I'm not going to use that word. You know what that is? The word, it starts with an E. You know what the word is?
Is it Eric? Well, yes, we do know what the word that starts with an E is, and I'm guessing you haven't been able to achieve one in many years. Hence the poll. Now he's an erection denier, too. And then Trump carved out some of his flagpole time to share thoughts about the people of Iran.
I know a lot of people from Iran, from New York, from Washington, mostly from New York. They're incredible people. They're smart, they're energetic. They can be difficult, but so can you. It's really a shame. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. This is another one. You know, Russia, Ukraine is so stupid. Would have never happened if I was president. You guys agree with that, right?
You better, or I'll send you straight to El Salvador. The workers are like, no habla estupido, Senor President. This is what he should be doing. The new flagpoles are 100 feet long, which is 10 times the length of the pole Melania wouldn't touch him with. And as you will see, with his family on hand, they were supersized exactly to the president's specifications. You can see, look at how proud he is of this flagpole he bought. Hey, you like that? I bought it. I paid for it. The flagpole was a gift from me. Those are my flagpoles. What a president. He spent 48 minutes yammering about flagpoles. He spent more time raising these flags than he did raising Eric and Don Jr. combined today. Meanwhile, with literally no one gathered to protest in downtown Los Angeles. I checked in with my friend who has a restaurant down there a few minutes ago. He said it's a ghost town. There's nobody there, but Trump's ordered 2,000 more National Guardsmen to come. We now have almost 5,000 troops sitting around for no reason. But there's no money left for cancer research. I mean, seriously, we don't need the, we already have thousands of people here with nothing to do. They're called actors, okay? Mobilize them if you want to send someone in. There will be another No Kings rally next month on July 17th. This one will be called Good Trouble Lives On, which sounds like a Willie Nelson song. I don't know. In the meantime, we now have a shortage of health aides in nursing homes because ICE is rounding them up, and so there's nobody to take care of the old people. And I see why Trump is trying to distance himself from this. There's reportedly been infighting at the White House because Trump's starting to get nervous about deporting the people who pick our fruits and vegetables. Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem are mad at Trump's Secretary of Agriculture because she asked Trump to change the policy to let farm workers stay to work, which he briefly did before changing his mind. Kristi Noem was said to be furious, and then she had to be rushed to the hospital yesterday for what they said was an allergic reaction. I hope she had an allergic reaction to a dog. I really do. Because, you know, she likes to wear these cute, hate-themed outfits. Kristi Noem is known as Ice Barbie, and we learned from Trump tell-all author Michael Wolff that Stephen Miller has a nickname, too. The president secretly calls him Weird Stephen, which is very unfair. I mean, first of all, he's as loyal and hateful a soldier as they come. And second, does this guy seem weird to you?
Saturday Night Live has not been culturally relevant in 20 years. Saturday Night Live has not produced a meaningful talent since the 1990s. Saturday Night Live has been a place where comedy goes to die.
Saturday Night Live. It's one syllable. It's like his parents taught him to speak by locking him in a room with Ace Ventura: Pet Detective on VHS. But that's Weird Stephen for you. Somebody needs to name a racehorse Weird Stephen. Find a racist racehorse and name it that. I would like to hear. I mean, listen, the president walks in on a guy masturbating with sandpaper one time, suddenly he's Weird Stephen? Weird Stephen sounds like the name of a creepy boy version of the American Girl dolls. There he is. Making sure all the girls are actually American. Do you know how weird you have to be to earn the nickname Weird in the same office as Elon Musk? I mean, Elon Musk, you know how the New York Times did that story about his drug use and how Trump reportedly said he was a big-time drug user? Well, if he was, he's not anymore. In the middle of the night last night, Elon tweeted the results of a drug test he took last week that shows he tested negative for everything, including benzodiazepines, buprenorphine, meridipine, zolpidem, and carisoprodol, which also happen to be the names of his 5 youngest children. So, I guess, I don't know, Good news, Elon Musk is not on drugs. He's just like that naturally. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers who beat the Oilers last night to win the Stanley Cup. Edmonton fans were heartbroken. This was Canada's last chance to win the Cup before they become our 51st state. Tomorrow night, we have the NBA Finals here on ABC. The Thunder are up 3-2 after beating the Pacers on Monday. The series will now move to Indianapolis for Game 6. We had a crew at the game in Oklahoma City where we conducted a social experiment. We got a bowl of nachos, perfectly good nachos, and we put that bowl on top of a trash can to see how long it would take before someone swooped in for the steal.
For the first time in over a decade, the NBA Finals is proud to welcome back the highly anticipated return of garbage nachos. You know what they say, when the chips are down, you can always count on garbage nachos.
There we go.
How's that taste?
Good.
Pure garbage. Back to you, Jimmy.
All right, well, thank you. Game 6 of the NBA Finals is tomorrow night here on ABC. We have a good one for you tonight. Jeff Ross is here tonight. We have music from Pixies, and we'll be right back with Charlie Day.
ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, brought to you by Prime Day.
LeBron, are the retirement rumors true? What's next?
Bust the move. Glass, plate, bucket, bank. Just bust the move.
There you go, King.
I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord.
S'more time.
LeBron, what's next?
Whatever it is, it's gonna be a big deal.
The stars of Pitch Perfect invite you to the summer's most hilarious girls' night out. Here we go!
You guys are in for a treat.
Like R, rated R, June 20th.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
one-of-a-kind joy of Kellogg's cereal and ice-cold milk.
I'm Kevin Hart, and I love acting. But I love Royal Kingdom. That's why I started the Kevin Hart School of Acting Like Kevin Hart. These kids don't listen. These kids don't listen. So more people can actually take my roles, and I can play more Royal Kingdom.
High heat, wet hair, aka the straightener sizzle. OGX weightless repair mist for non-stop damage protection. OGX.
There are many ways to dress your McDonald's hot, crispy fries. But which is best? Is it with ketchup? Sweet and sour? Dare I say, au natural? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The NBA Finals, Thunder, Pacers, Game 6 on ABC.
A hot summer concert series that features hit after hit after hit. It's the 80s Rock Tour. Iconic songs by iconic singers, with Lou Gramm, the original voice of Foreigner, former vocalist of Asia, John Payne, and longtime vocalist of Chicago, Jason Scheff. Advance tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. 3 huge rock legends, 1 great show. The 80s Rock Tour, July 5th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards and elevate the look of your home. Whether you're looking to relax indoors or wanting to create an inviting backyard retreat, our outdoor-rated ceiling fans deliver style and performance so you'll stay cool in the summer and keep cozy during colder months. Right now, get an 11% rebate on all Hunter ceiling fans. Plus, you can also view our entire selection of ceiling fans today on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Funny man with a new Broadway show. It's called Take a Banana for the Ride. The Roastmaster General himself, Jeff Ross, is with us. And then later, from Boston, a legendary band. This is their latest album, The Night the Zombies Came. Pixies are here with us. Tomorrow night, we got a good one tomorrow, too. Seth Rogen and Rami Youssef will join us with music from Big Time Rush. So please join us for that. You know, our first guest as the semi-literate, cat food eating, rat and waitress obsessed Charlie Kelly on the long-running and dearly beloved It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Season 17 premieres July 9th on FXX. Please welcome Charlie Day. Are you the new James Bond? Is that what you're here to tell us?
Let me tell you something, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm a big deal now.
Yeah, you sure are.
I went to the Cannes Film Festival.
Nice.
And I wore a tuxedo.
Yeah.
And they gave me the tuxedo.
Who did?
These fine people at Canali.
Really?
I guess I performed so well in this tuxedo that they said he can have that. And I thought, where am I going to wear this again?
Uh-huh.
And the answer to that was everywhere.
Where have you been wearing it?
Yeah.
Besides
I
here?
wore it to the school drop-off.
Did you? You dropped the kids off?
Absolutely. I parked about 16 cars and nobody knew the difference. I was catering a few events. It's coming in handy.
Is this your first tuxedo?
Well, only when I'm parking cars do I have another tuxedo. But this is the first tuxedo I've owned. Yeah.
First one you've owned, so you've rented before.
I've rented, or I've been lent one where they're like, "You're gonna have to give that back."
Right. Okay.
This is the first time I nailed it.
You've been in wedding parties, I assume, where you had to wear the same
Not that
tux?
fancy.
No, not like that. Oh.
No, they don't.
You
I
really
don't get
scored.
invited to the fancy ones.
Yeah, that's nice. No, it looks good, and you can get a lot of wear out of that thing.
That's the goal.
How was the Cannes Film Festival? Is that a fun thing to go to?
Yeah, it was pretty dreamy. I was there with Ethan Cohen of the Coen Brothers.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
Yeah.
And his wife Trish, and they have a movie called Honey Don't.
Uh-huh.
It's out on, I want to say, on the 22nd of August. So it's a great movie.
And you're in the movie?
Oh, yeah, and I'm in the movie. movie, yeah. No, I wasn't just parking their cars.
Well, you said they have a movie, and then it sounded like you weren't in it. Yeah.
Take ownership. I have to become a tux guy.
Yeah.
I have a movie. I have a movie.
Yes.
There we
Your
go.
film.
A film.
Your film.
Right, I'm in France. It's a film.
It's not the Cannes Movie Festival. It's the Cannes Film
It was
Festival.
a film.
And you will assert that it is Cannes and not Cannes, because I've had some issues lately where people have been correcting me, but the French say Cannes.
Yeah, Khan's isn't that like a Star Trek character or something?
Yes, he's wrathful. He's a wrathful
That's
character.
a wrathful guy. That's a whole different vibe.
Then there's Shaka Khan, which is not
Shaka
Cannes.
Khan, also wrathful.
No. She's
Electricity involved.
Very sweet, though. She would never, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Electricity, you're saying because of Let Me Rub You,
Because of
Shaka
shock.
Khan? Oh, no,
I hear shock and I think
okay, no,
electricity right away.
No, you know what? I feel like I can't communicate with you when you're in a tuxedo anymore.
This is the problem. I'm giving myself away. It's like this, you have to be a smart man in a tuxedo, and I'm...
Do they recognize you from Always Sunny in France?
Yes, but for many years, nobody knew the show in Europe. But now, because of this whole internet thing, they see it on these streaming things.
Right.
So now they see it everywhere. And you know what's crazy? There's only one place that ever was like, we think this show's so great, we're going to have to make our own version of the show.
Oh.
Russia.
For real?
Yeah. Season 1, Russia was like, we're getting in on this Sunny thing. And they made It's Always Sunny in Moscow. This is a true story.
This is true, huh?
Yeah, 7 episodes. Came and went. The Russians were like, well, what is this? Why are you on the bar and not successful? I don't understand.
Did you see any of it?
I did, yeah.
Was it based out on you guys? Did they physically try to match you? Was there a Danny DeVito in there?
No, it was the year before we got Danny.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Oh, I see.
There is no